Hello, dear student. Welcome to our live answer writing sessions of our Dronacharya Mentorship Program. So today we are going to see an important question. So you have to write that question in 10 minutes. So question is discuss the role of revolutionary terrorism in the Indian national movement. You have to write that in 150 words, 10 marks and 2 pages. Okay, so your time starts now. Okay, my screen is visible. All is good now. So discuss the role of revolutionary terrorism in Indian national movement. So here, how the revolutionary terrorism promoted Indian national movement. That is what you have to discuss. Okay. So the suppression of Swadeshi movement in 1911 became a background for revolutionary activities in the parts of the India like Bengal, Maharashtra, outside India like USA, Canada. Okay, very good. You have written very good, but you should not write anything in margin. Okay. The next is the sum of the revolutionary movement as follow. So home rule league by no, this is not revolutionary movement anyway. This is what mass movement. Okay, home rule league is not revolutionary movement. Revolutionary movement are led by some of the you can say the Bengal group जो थे ना हमारा revolutionary phase दो था एक phase one phase two Bhagat Singh group थे Surya Sen this is what called revolutionary group ना home rule league is
Okay,
not
sir.
ठीक है so ये तो थोड़ा error है होम रूल लीग नो आपने होम रूल लीग को लिख दिया गदर पार्टी यस दिस इज व्हाट रिवोल्यूशनरी एक्टिविटी यस दिस इज व्हाट गुड role of revolutionary terrorism in promoting nationalism okay and please don't write red color
सर एक्चुअली पेन खत्म हो गया था बीच में तो यही था
the revolutionary leaders paved the way for available what is that Acha, availability and transportation of armed and ammunition to India yes this is also good but उससे क्या होगा they just want to create a revolt so revolt for independence the movement led to the spark among the extremist and fear among the Britisher it was united and mutiny after नहीं थोड़ा सा पढ़ना पड़ेगा ये पॉइंट भी नहीं है सही so after the failure of the moderates in the attending Swaraj it gave way for revolutionary to attend Swaraj through violent means after failure of the moderate so there is the emergence of extremists are not also they are not violent also so after a suppression of the extremist there is a rise of revolutionary means those who are using the violence as a means organization assassination yes this is what their role actually yes Savarkar this is what their role but ये नहीं है extremist की बात तुम कर रहे हो challenges the British suppressed the mutiny by enforcing seditious and punishment section 124 the scaled mutiny called as no longer hold ठीक है ये इतना रिक्वायर नहीं है रिक्वायर है कि how they have promoted nationalism we can talk about whenever the moderates not in the politics extremist left they filled so there is a all of sudden you can say vanishing of the national movement they continue the national movement by promoting violence activity okay so they also put a lot of pressure on the britisher that is what led to release of tilak also so because of their put pressure so they have to give some concessions like ठीक है ना concession like government of india act 1919 then the august offer montagu statement so you have to write all these things so how they have promoted on the one hand they have united peoples on the other hand they promoted the ideology second phase you can also talk about the bhagat singh and their group socialism they promoted socialism they promote communism so that is what led to participation of labor worker people into the national movement bhagat singh group also provide a good ideology what people want, will get after the independence so that is what brought in our national movement ठीक है so आप बोल सकते हो सेकंड पेज में एसोसिएशन ऑफ कम्युनिज्म एंड सोशलिस्टिक आइडिया लेड टू द फर्दर वाइडनिंग ऑफ नेशनल मूवमेंट यही चीजों को आपको लिखना था revolutionary terrorism was initially vibrant but with passage of time could not do well, though it led to the fundamental foundation of Gandhian phase and ultimately the independence. I think you have confused the extremist with a revolutionary. Extremists, after moderate extremist form, extremists, they are not violent, but they are little aggressive in terms of they want to hurt the economic interest of Britisher. But the revolutionary, they want to attack the Britisher by violent means. ठीक है, यही डिफरेंस है. तो थोड़ा आप कंटेक्स्ट मिस कर दिए, मैं आपको इसमें मार्क्स नहीं दे रहा हूँ, आप अच्छे से कर लेना. ठीक है.
ओके सर.
हाँ, थोड़ा अच्छे से उसको पढ़ना जाके आप समझ जाओगे कैसे वो प्रमोट किया, क्या हुआ. बोलोगे तो उसका मॉडल आंसर कोई अगर चाहिए तो मुझे एक बार इन्फॉर्म करना. आई विल प्रोवाइड द मॉडल आंसर ऑल्सो. Discuss the role of revolutionary terrorism in Indian national movement. The failure of constitutional agitation, partition of the Bengal, and increasing colonial suppression rise to the revolutionary organization. Yes, this is what the exact. This is what the good introduction. And can you write what is the time exactly you are taking? So all students should write what is the time you are taking, and it's compulsory for everyone to write and submit the answer. Okay. Anushilan Samiti, then Yugantar, HSRA adopted armed struggles to attend Swaraj. Okay, this is what good point. Okay, good example also. So okay, so role of revolutionary terrorism. So revive the nationalism. Hindustan Socialistic Republican Association (HRA), led by Bhagat Singh, realized nationalistic, revitalized nationalistic enthusiasm. Okay, very good point. Youth mobilization inspired the. देखो, this is what point actually want. Youth, they have used the the argument, they use the symbols to attract the youth. For example, they attack some person that motivate other to join also, na. So active participation in freedom movement like Chittagong Armor Raid. This is also good. Three, inspired patriotism. So Khudiram Bose embraced the martyrdom age of 18 after Muzaffarpur bomb case. This is what actually want. This is what their role. This is what they are. You can also link that with how it is promoting nationalism. Also, very good point. And way of presentation is also good. But instead of that, if it possible, you can make the sync थोड़ा सा diagram में sync बना सकते हो और अच्छा लगेगा. So I think instead of that, role of revolutionary terrorism in promoting nationalism you should write, because this is what the core. Na? You can write this if you are not writing promoting. So challenges the myth about the British. Myth about the British, nahi, myth about the white superiority. Invincibility of British. White military superiority. We believe that we cannot defeat the Britishers. That is what. So carried out revolutionary activity in Bengals. So cause Indian revolutionary, making them internationalized. Gadar party, yes, very good. I think you can draw one more, if possible, a diagram of India. Then you can show, for example, you can draw a diagram of like that. Then you can show Bengal, Maharashtra, and this three region is infested or impacted by this revolutionary activities. So attainment and limitation. So pressurized British government, boosted nationalistic spirit, inspired sacrifice, fragmented organization, limited mass participation, harsh colonial repression. Yes, this is what good. Their achievement is also good. ठीक है, way forward. I think way forward. देखो, this is happened in the past, so we cannot write way forward for something happened in the history. Okay, it's better. No, you should not write anything. And your heading should be role of revolutionary terrorism in promoting nationalism. ठीक है, जो क्वेश्चन का डिमांड है, that is what you have to write. ठीक है, this is what demand of the question. So here you have written that though revolutionary terrorism could not secure independence on its own, but courage and sacrifice inspire Indian commitment to the future democracy, constitutional values towards the, हाँ? ये थोड़ा ज्यादा नहीं हो गया? No, you should not write. And their democracy तो नहीं है. Though revolutionary terrorism could not secure independence, but courage sacrifice, Indian commitment to fight against colonial oppression लिख सकते हो. Might British and their exploitation. चल जा. I think this is what you can write conclusion. Okay. बाकी सब बढ़िया है, बड़े अच्छा लिखे हो. सो 10 मार्क्स का क्वेश्चन है. मैं यूपीएससी के हिसाब से मार्किंग कर रहा हूँ. यू मेंटेन एवरीथिंग. ठीक है. सो गेट गुड मार्क आल्सो. आई एम डूइंग दिस फॉर यूपीएससी पर्सपेक्टिव. Yes, I think anyone have written anything? करना का हो गया. ममता. और कोई लिख के भेज रहे तो बताओ. कोई लिखे. Discuss the role of revolutionary terrorism promoting nationalism as the Indian national movement emerged. Revolutionary terrorism evolved as a militant nationalism strategy to challenge the British authority. Okay, good, not bad. But it's better to write the evolutions, why it has happened, how it has happened. So in history, all your introduction, you can say 90, 80, 90% of the introduction should be why this has happened, why or what are the factor led to the emergence of revolutionary terrorism. You can explain it. Okay. ठीक है, लिख देना. Role of revolutionary terrorism in Indian national movement. Yes, this is what actually Madhusudha you have missed, because what is the demand in the question you have to identify. So whatever may be the demand of the question, we have to identify and we have to address according to that. Okay. Revolutionary terrorism in India. मुझे पता है आपने नहीं लिखे होंगे आगे. Strengthen the patriotic spirit and international struggle. Yes, this are very good. पंजाब रीजन ऐसे बना दो. छत्तीसगढ़ नहीं था, ये नक्सल नहीं है. बंगाल.
To draw that map only I took 4 minutes. So answer is
हाँ.
answer today my answer bad. Saw that map 4 5.
Okay, okay, I can understand, but take a time, prepare the thoroughly. इसी का प्लीज सेंड इन दी टेलीग्राम में सेंड कर लेना प्लीज ना, नहीं तो मैं खुद ले लूंगा. है नहीं आपके पास? टेलीग्राम में ज्वाइन हो ना आप?
टेलीग्राम पे इश्यू हो रहा है ऐसा कुछ शेयर करने के लिए.
ओके ओके, कोई नहीं, मैं ले लेता हूँ. मैं आपको एक बार दोबारा सिखा दूंगा इंडिया मैप कैसे होती है. प्रैक्टिस सो मच दैट यू कैन ड्रॉ द इंडिया मैप विद इन 30 सेकेंड. ठीक है.
Sir, you're breaking.
क्या? बताओ बताओ.
Is everyone hearing, sir? Your voice is breaking. Is it from my end or is it okay
Which
for
I
everyone?
think your end, because your voice is breaking while I'm listening it. My voice is audible to everyone clearly.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
Yes, sir. Clear.
Clear. I think
okay, sir.
Hemanta,
I'll
you are having a little bit of
leave
network
and
issue.
I'll join.
You can leave and join. Yes. So inspired nationalistic spirit, the act of martyrdom motivated you to join freedom struggle. Yes, this is what good point, because it is linked with nationalism. Strengthen the spirit, sustain the anti-colonial sentiment, driving political inactive phase. Yes, this is what phase led to the inactive. There is no political activity here. It is motivated. So limit. This is not the demand. You are writing something that is not asking the examination implicitly. So you're not going to get anything. Na? Limitation you can write after writing what is the core demand. Okay, so focus on what it is asking very clearly. So British repression, so arrest, executions, lack of coordinations, so despite limitation. चलो कोई नहीं, हेमंत मैं आपको मार्क्स भी नहीं दे रहा हूँ बिकॉज मार्क्स
Okay, sir.
लिखने के लिए कुछ होना चाहिए. ओके
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
कोई बात नहीं, देखो यू ऑल आर लर्निंग, सो डोंट टेक इट इतना नहीं कि मैं ऐसे ये नहीं हुआ, इट्स ओके. जस्ट इमेजिन अगर आप भी नहीं लिखते तो क्या होता. बट इफ यू आर कंटिन्यूसली राइटिंग फॉर नेक्स्ट 300 days, कितना डेवलप हो जाएगा आप लोग का ना. चलिए.
Okay, sir.
So emergence of revolutionary terrorism in India, late 19th century, was result of influence of mind of youth, several internal and external conflicts. थोड़ा सा improve लिख सकते हो. You can say that the emergence of revolutionary terrorism in India because of repressive policy led to the you can say the suppression of the extremists led to the those who have participated youth in the Swadeshi movement, they cannot immediately underground from the movement. So they have to ventilate their grievances by joining a revolutionary terrorism. You can write that youth during Swadeshi movement, all the youth they have rallied that they'll get Swaraj if they follow participate thoroughly. But they participated, but at the end, what happened? All of a sudden the extremist, there is a conflict and movement comes to an end, and some people are not able to tolerate that. They still want to use their energy for achieving the Swaraj. So they found that the revolutionary terrorism is a way of achieving that. We can say suppression of the extremists led to the revolution. मैंने आपको कल बताया था ना, जब भी पहले पहले क्या होता है, एक पीसफुल मूवमेंट होता है, पीसफुल mass movement. Whenever you suppress a peaceful mass movement, so there will be very hardliner. They are not violent, but they are hard people, hard extremist. They want to oppose the interest of the Britisher through hurting the sentiment of the economy. Whenever you suppress them, you will see terrorism. This is what happened throughout the phase. Whenever 1905 Swadeshi movement we have suppressed, this is what extreme पहले थे moderates थे. We have not listened their demand. So moderates का demand हमने नहीं सुने. They are very peaceful people, so let's to the extremist. उनको नहीं सुने, फिर स्टार्ट हो गया revolutionary. First phase of revolutionary. Same thing happened in the NCM also. There is a peaceful movement. There is a peaceful movement. Non-cooperation movement. When you suppress, hardliner is coming. Then whenever you are suppressing, second phase of revolutionary terrorism. Same CDM, civil disobedience movement. The peaceful movement. Whenever you suppress, there is some hardliner. They want severe, anti-colonial policies. Whenever they suppress them, there is a third phase. That is emergence of that is called Indian Republican Association, Indian National Army. So you can see whenever you are suppressing mass movement led to the emergence of terrorism.